Welcome back to English Classes Online. This is Benjamin, and in today's lesson, we are going to look at the best way to write any essay. And we are going to actually look at a very simple but effective procedure. One of the best writing procedures that you can use to write on any topic. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Make sure you click on the bell icon as well, so that whenever a new video goes live on this channel, you'll be notified instantly. This channel is really a place to be, and our focus, our areas of concentration on this channel are two major areas. Number one, we teach the English language. That's, a major thing we do on this channel. We teach you all areas of proficiency in the use of English grammar, the writing skills, spoken English, comprehension, all aspects of the English language. We teach you how to use English for effective communication. And then we also teach content creation, because we know and we believe strongly that the best tool for creating content is language. So if you have gained proficiency in the use of English, you can use your proficiency in English to begin to create content. And if you are able to create valuable content, then of course you can begin to monetize your content, create multiple streams of income on various online platforms. So if you are interested in videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and activate the notification system as well. Now, let's get started right away. I want us to begin with a quick look at the items in today's lesson. Number one, the steps. Number two, the structure. Number three, likely topics. Number four, sample questions. And number five, the sample essay. We are going to look at these 5 items. Let's begin with the steps that you need to take. Step number one is pre-writing. The prefix pre means before. There are certain things you need to do by way of preparation, all right, so that you can write. And the first, as part of pre-writing activities, is to choose the topic, then brainstorm to generate the ideas. Once you have chosen the topic, then you think about it, and then you generate ideas that you are going to discuss in the essay. And then you create an outline. An outline is a list of the key points you are going to discuss in your essay. Those 3 things form part of your pre-writing step. Then the second step is writing. You now begin to write by writing the title or the headline, of course. Then you write the introduction, you write the body of the essay, and you write the conclusion. Then step number 3 is rewriting. The prefix re means again. So you have pre-writing, writing, and rewriting. These are the 3 major steps that you need to take in order to write a good essay. Under rewriting, you cross-check your work, and then you correct any errors, such as errors of spelling, grammar, punctuation, and so on. Okay? And once you are through, well, let's take a look at the structure in some greater detail. I want you to look at the structure of the essay. Okay? Every essay has a basic structure, and there are three main parts. You know, a structure is anything that is made up of parts, and so you need to understand the structure of an essay. And in fact, this structure is true of any other type of essay. Of course, there are differences in detail. For example, if you are writing a letter, then you need to begin with the address, and then it may have a title. If it is a formal letter, it may not have a title. So you write the address, you write the salutation, and you go into the writing of the essay, beginning, of course, with the first paragraph, which is part of your introduction. Well, while discussing essay writing specifically or generally, I normally include the title as, you know, a separate item on the structure. But the three main items are introduction, body, and conclusion. And then there are things that should be part of your introduction. The first paragraph should begin with a general statement, which can be called the hook, okay? Then the thesis statement, and then the main points, which could be called enumeration. Well, all the 3 points may not be included, but the most important are the hook or general statement and the thesis. Then the body of your essay should be made up of at least 3 paragraphs. You know, for a high school essay, you should aim at writing a 5-paragraph essay. The introduction is paragraph 1. The body of the essay should include 3 paragraphs, which is paragraphs 2, 3, and 4. So, but here we are having the 3 paragraphs under the body. And then the conclusion should be the last paragraph, okay? Now, take note of the fact that each paragraph will discuss one main point, and it's ideal to begin each paragraph with a topic sentence, okay, which gives the main point you want to discuss in that paragraph. Then you use sentences 1, 2, and 3, as the case may be, to support your topic sentence. In the conclusion, you restate your thesis, summarize the main points, or just make a final comment, okay? So now let's move on to likely topics. Now, assuming you are in the high school or this senior secondary school, you are likely to go in for your West African Senior School Certificate Examination, the National Examinations Council Senior School Certificate Examination, or NAFTEP Senior School Certificate Examination. And these are the likely questions in this Senior School Certificate Examination. Now, you have the first type of letter, the first likely topic will be letter writing. It could be formal, informal, or semi-formal letter. So the letter writing is a major area in which, you know, questions are usually set in these exams. Then you have article writing, you have debate/speech writing, then you have story writing, and of course, you may have report writing and so on. Okay, so now let's look at sample questions. And we are going to take these sample questions from the West African Senior School Certificate Examination of June 2020. Okay, of course, you know, is the theory questions. That's where you have essay writing. And essay writing occupies section A. In this particular year, the following questions were set. Question number 1. Your brother who is in the 3rd year in another school has written to confide in you that he is about to stop schooling and go into business. Write to him advising him against his decision. Question number 2, suitable for publication in a national newspaper on the topic, the importance of promoting good reading habits in students. Question number 3, as the senior prefect of your school, write a letter to the principal pointing out at least 2 practices among students that should be discouraged and 2 habits that should be promoted among teachers. Question number 4, a new principal has been posted to your school. Write a speech you will deliver at the welcome party organized for him, informing him about some problems faced by students. Question number 5, write a story that ends with the statement, I had never felt so embarrassed in my life. Now, for the purpose of this lesson, we are going to use question number 2 as our sample question. Okay, so let's now move ahead and look at the sample question, and then we create an outline based on this question. Now, the question once again, write an article suitable for publication in a national newspaper on the topic, the importance of promoting good reading habits in students. Now, your outline should be based on the topic, the importance of promoting good reading habits in students. So when you think about this topic, what you should be able to jot down will be the benefits that one can derive from promoting good reading habits. You know, the kind of benefits that will that promoting good habits can actually give to students, or the kind of benefits students can, you know, derive from cultivating good reading habits. Number 1, you are going to say that good reading or cultivating good reading habits exposes students to different sources of knowledge. 2, it broadens students' imagination or increases their creativity. Number 3, it helps them to cultivate positive thinking and self-discipline, which ultimately will lead to success in their life. Now, it is always good to jot down at least 3 points. And with these 3 points, you are going to develop 3 paragraphs as parts of the body of your essay. Now, having said this, let's now proceed to the essay itself. Okay, this is exactly what the essay should look like. You begin with title or the headline. Now, this is an article, and an article is an essay, but it's different from the ordinary essay. An essay, as the name implies, is, you know, writing that in which the writer expresses his experiences, you know, narrates his experiences, or, you know, if one thing that differentiates the ordinary essay from the article is the audience. Okay, for example, the audience and the focus of the essay, the focus, because in an essay you express your personal ideas on something that affects you personally, you know. For example, how I spent my last holiday, my first day in school, and so on and so forth. But an article is a piece of writing in which the writer discusses an issue of public interest, and that is why, in most cases, an article is written to be published in a national newspaper, in an international magazine, or in a school magazine. So an article handles a subject or an issue that is for public consumption. Okay, so that's the difference. But the same style, the same steps in writing an essay are the steps that you adopt when you write an article or when you write a story, or when, but the differences will be in the format or in the features. But the steps to take are basically the same. Rewriting, writing, and rewriting are the three main steps that apply to any type of essay you want to write. So once you learn this simple procedure, you should be able to write any type of essay. Now you can see that this is actually the headline. Okay, in an article, it is called the headline, and it's a very important one because when you pick a national newspaper, the first thing you look at on the pages will be the headlines. And then it is when you are interested in a particular headline, when it has grabbed your attention, then you may like to read the details. So in writing the headline, you need to write it quite boldly. And as this is what I recommend, in capital letters at the top center of your writing material or answer sheet. Then we begin with the first paragraph. And in the first paragraph, we begin with some attention-grabbing opening sentences, right? This is what people call a hook, something that will grab the attention of the reader. So here, I've chosen to begin with a quotation because that's one of the ways of, writing a hook or the opening sentence. And then we are going to include the thesis, all right? So now let me go through it. There is more treasure in books than in all the pirates' loot on Treasure Island, said Walt Disney, a notable scholar. Similarly, Napoleon Bonaparte, a great French leader, said, "Show me a family of readers, and I will show you the people who the world." Let me take that second quotation again. Similarly, Napoleon Bonaparte, a great French leader, said, "Show me a family of readers, and I will show you the people who move the world." Creating a reading culture in schools is no doubt an effective way of encouraging students to become good and motivated readers. A reading culture in schools creates an environment where reading is highly valued, encouraged, and viewed as an enjoyable activity. Although the benefits of such a reading culture are numerous, I will discuss a few of the most important ones. So here we began with the hook, which consists of two quotation quotes, if you like. All right, and then some background information concerning promoting a good reading culture. We outlined the benefits here. I mean, some of them, with a few of them, and then ended with the thesis, which indicates exactly what will be the preoccupation of this writing. And you can see it here, although the benefits of such a reading culture are numerous, I will discuss a few of the most important ones. Now, if you decide to include what we call enumeration, then you can, of course, go back and, take the 3 key points from your outline and include them here. So let's look at those 3 points. Exposing students to different sources of knowledge. Positive thinking and self-discipline. Okay, so that is exactly one way of including your enumeration. Now, if you decide not to include enumeration, you simply include your thesis, which is compulsory, by the way. Now, with that, we are through with which deals with the introduction. Then comes the body of the essay, which begins with paragraph 2. In paragraph 2, we discuss the first point from an outline, which is exposing students to various sources of knowledge. And this is how we can develop this paragraph using that key point. First of all, building a strong reading culture exposes students to various sources of knowledge. Of course, reading is the key that opens the door and gives one access to new ideas and new pieces of information. The more you read, the better you can build up and expand your knowledge. For example, a student who reads various books on a given topic is likely to become more knowledgeable about that topic than someone who doesn't. See, you have done justice to that point. Then you move to the next paragraph and discuss the next key point. And in this one, we are going to say that reading, cultivating or promoting the reading culture enables or broadens students' imagination and increases their creativity. Now, this is how we discuss that point. Another benefit of a creative and exciting reading culture is that it broadens students' imagination and increases their creativity. Reading enables you to think and use your imagination. Perhaps, of course, that's exactly true. It helps you to cultivate new ideas and also figure out ways to implement them in real life. In fact, the more you read, the more creative you could be. Okay. Then we move on to the next paragraph, the third key point from our outline. And here is how we can discuss that last key point from our outline. Furthermore, a good reading culture helps students to become more successful in life by cultivating positive thinking and self-discipline. By reading good books consistently, you can develop the habit of thinking positively. This is because reading stimulates your brain and enables you to think in new ways. Reading helps you to learn new skills, new values, and new ways of doing things. When you cultivate a good reading habit, it helps you to avoid distractions and concentrate on positive activities that will add value to your life. Now, the self-discipline you develop will help you to achieve your goals and become more successful both in your academic career and even after school. So this is the body of the essay. And then the last paragraph is where you conclude. In conclusion, building an effective reading culture in schools is important for building a strong and viable nation in view of the fact that good readers today are likely to be good leaders tomorrow. So you see, this is a very appropriate way to end an article of this nature or an essay of this nature. Don't forget that in our introductory paragraph, we started with quotes, and these quotes are centered on how cultivating good reading habits can turn the readers into good leaders. All right, so we are concluding on a similar note, you know, and we are extending the benefits into even up to the entire nation. Here we are saying that in conclusion, building an effective reading culture in schools is important for building a strong and viable nation in view of the fact that good readers today are likely to be good leaders tomorrow. That's a very good way to end this type of essay. And this is where we draw the curtain on today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed if you did, make sure you like this video and share it with your friends and relations. Of course, if you are new entirely to the channel, this is the appropriate time for you to hit the subscribe button in order to be formally subscribed to this channel. As I earlier mentioned, on this channel, we not only teach you the English language, but we also teach you content creation. So if you tune into this language, language channel, you will not only learn the English language, but you will also learn the content creation skills. And this is because the English language is a powerful tool for creating content. And if you are able to create valuable content, then you can monetize the content and create multiple streams of income for yourself on different online platforms. Now, if you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, kindly leave them in the comment section below. There are a lot of resources helpful if you browse through the description section. There are resources that will give you will find the links there that will enable you to gain access to our training programs, to download some ebooks or join our online courses. Some of these courses are published on Udemy, some on our platform on www.englishclassesonline.com.ng. So I want to say a big thank you to all of you for being part of today's episode. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Goodbye for now and remain blessed.